What's up? What's up?
Let's get it. I was just over here having a good time, dancing to that music. And, happy Monday, I guess. Right?
Happy Monday. Yes, it is Monday. And it is a beautiful Monday. We're back over 102,000. So that's great.
We love that. What's up, Fozzie? Look, Fozzie, the other day, he absolutely wrecked me. I can't remember what the hand was, but it was a terrible, terrible embarrassment on my part at the poker table. I'm excited about the positive direction of the market and just read a bullish article we just talked about. They're saying 14% move is imminent. I don't know how imminent is imminent. Imminent.
Well,
we'll have to check.
I have the short-term move to 105, so we got to make it there first.
Excellent. We love that. We love that. Let's see. And then today I interviewed Mauricio Magdali. He is the head of product with Midnight. That was an exciting interview. We had an excellent conversation. Look, we got so the GIFs using the FarmBot do work, but the regular GIFs do not. So you have to do GIF.
I think Gartic Bot is working.
Really?
Yeah.
I missed the game.
I went in, I changed a bunch of permissions, and then when I went back in there, they were playing or something. They were doing something in there. Shelly and G-Blades. I believe it's up and working now.
I'm sick I missed it.
Third Patriot. I did not see your response to my DM until today, so I responded to it. Check your DMs, and we'll take a look at that. I opened a big long on FET. Please do TA. You opened a big long on FET. It just pumped like freaking 20%. We'll look at it though.
Maybe he pulled it out at the bottom.
We will look at it. Everything is kind of coming back down right now. We started off today strong. Bitcoin got to like 102, 102.6, 102.7. And then it dumped back down to the 101 area. And then everything else dumped. It never recovered while Bitcoin recovered. So I don't know what's going on. Slow liquidity today, though, I notice. We'll look at that when we get into market update.
Whew. So many things. Okay, hey, I understood the risk. Okay, beautiful. Then higher.
We understand that. I agree. We understand that. We'll talk off stream though. We understand that.
Yeah. But I'd say beyond that, the other good thing is I got an email today from the John Allen Woods people over at Algorand, and they were like, "Hey, we just want to let you know that we haven't forgot you. We're just trying to find a good time." And I said, "Great." Because I did forget. And the fact that they didn't means that they're really on top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a very busy man. He's a very busy man.
He is. And then next time I have to get Charles, and we'll have to have a whole thing. I want Charles. I want Charles at some point. But
I have opinions on this. I do not think that holding long-term leverage positions are a good idea. You know what I mean? Because the fees, if you're high leverage, the fees are just going to start, your margin ratio is just going to start going up by multiples the higher and the higher you get, right? If you're on low leverage, your money's locked into it at a 4 or 5x for 6 months when you could have rode the rips, sold when it dipped. Now you have compounded the money that you were investing or trading with, and then rode the next rip. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not a big fan of long. I mean, if it's for a couple weeks or something like that, I can see that. But I just never understood why, people will be up 300-400 or 3,000-4,000% or 600-700%, and they just keep letting it rip for weeks and weeks on end. Take that profit.
Have you seen the Enron egg stuff? Has this come across your social media stuff yet?
Enron egg?
Yes.
No.
So
what is it?
I
Is
first
it
saw it, I think, like a couple days ago, and it's not a token, and it has nothing to do with crypto, but it is like it claims to be a small nuclear like reactor, basically, that powers just your house. And when I say small, I'm saying like probably like a little bit bigger than your microwave.
right?
And it
Like
just
a
looks like an egg.
backpack
Yeah.
reactor.
Yeah. And I started seeing it. I post a lot of like science things and I look at a lot of science things, but I thought the choice of name was very strange. I was
Yeah,
like, is
because when
this
you
just
said
like a
Enron
scam?
egg, the only thing I was thinking about was Ponzi scheme.
Yeah, right? Yeah. But this is a thing. And I mean, I just think this is relevant because it has to do with, tech. And we're here talking
Right.
about tech every day. I'm not sure how, blockchain goes into it, but I'm sure that there are definitely plenty of blockchain applications. But so I just found the website and I want to see if I can pull it up. This
Well,
was just like something.
Third Patriot says he thought it was fake.
Yes, I thought it was fake too. Right. And then I looked into Enron company and it says that it is an energy company. And the E
Enron
stands for
doesn't
energy.
exist anymore. You understand that, right?
Yeah. No, yeah. But okay, so you see this?
Yeah.
Okay, yep. So the egg and the at-home nuclear reactor. And then so this is the egg and it has like all the stuff on the inside. Right? This was just like a crazy thing to me because I always thought like if we get small nuclear reactors, then we're just like living like the Jetsons. So like
Well,
seeing this, I was like, this is,
first of all,
getting
the
close.
government would never allow a private citizen to have a nuclear reactor powering the house. You know how freaking dangerous that would be? To have some backwood yokel powering a farm with a freaking nuclear reactor. There's no way.
The uranium zirconium hydride reactor combines advanced neutron moderation with boron control drums. I mean, yeah, this just sounds crazy to me. Pre-order now, so it's not even for sale yet.
Well, yeah, there's no way.
Is the Enron egg safe? Yes, safely it is, or safety is top priority in the Enron egg design. Fail-safe mechanisms, advanced shielding, controlled reactions. Boron-coated control drums ensure precise regulation of the fission process. That's crazy. It has the fission process going on inside of it. Anyways, this was a little side tangent, but I just thought it was like the craziest thing I've ever heard of. Yeah. And I thought, what's TMI? Are you looking at what that means?
What?
Oh,
No.
I don't know. Anyways, so that's what I got. I thought that was interesting. There's my little tidbit of little tech stuff. I mean, dude, if it was safe and it was able to be sold and I could do that, I'd get one. It's probably not worth the squeeze though. Like if they are selling you that, Look, 3 Mile Island. Yeah, I know. But
Right.
also, like, you have to think, like, ever since, like, what is the place that I'm thinking of in the one meltdown in the place? I'm trying to think of it. The big
The
nuclear
Enron
meltdown.
Egg Parity Company launches GAG
Parody
micronuclear
company.
reactor. There's been a new
Mm,
update in the revival of the fallen Enron company as they introduced a new product that they say can power your entire home for up to 10 continuous years. They unveiled
Okay,
a new
so it is
Michael. Huh?
so it is a
Yeah.
parody company. Chernobyl,
Yeah.
that was it. That's what I was gonna say, Chernobyl. But since
Fukushima.
Chernobyl, yeah, but I'm saying since well, that's like that was like a little bit, a little bit, you know, yeah, yeah.
Fuku,
Chernobyl and Fukushima.
yeah. And 3 Mile
Yeah,
Island. And yeah, there's, yeah. Enron doesn't even exist anymore, to my understanding. So, but there's
so it
no
is a parody.
way. It doesn't even matter. There's no way that the government would allow you to have a backpack nuke. I mean, I don't
Yeah,
know if it could be in rent. I don't know if it's the same type of nuclear or what, or I don't know anything about plutonium or uranium or how you enrich it or anything like that. But you can still kill everybody in the city with one. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Take it apart, and drop it in the water supply or some crap like that. I don't know. Yeah, there's
yeah.
no fucking way.
0 point energy soon. I'm
So,
not
oh,
sure
you're
what that
talking about
is.
like fusion, nuclear fusion, or what is it? Something like that.
I don't I don't know.
Zero
I
point
love
energy.
the idea though. I love the idea. It just makes sense. If we can do like fusion and fission together, then we have limitless energy. And if we can figure that out, we're a pretty long way away from Chernobyl and these other places now technologically. It's just kind of like, you know, if the people are
Well,
smart
I
enough, they can figure
agree. Nuclear is probably the safest, or not the safest, the most eco-friendly energy we could produce. You know, they just everybody's just scared of it because if it does go bad, it goes real bad. But most of these places, like we have one out here, we have a nuclear power plant in Arizona, but the tech is like from the 70s and 80s or some crap like that.
it's because people are scared of them building new stuff.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like they just use the old stuff that already worked before. But I mean, the tech has definitely advanced since then. But we should get into market update,
The
and
market.
I hope that everybody has been having a good week so far. Lots of cool stuff going on, especially in the blockchain and crypto space. Market is turning a little positive. We no longer have Trudeau in Canada, which means that there might be a big opportunity for a Bitcoin person or a crypto person to take their place. So hit the like, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. You know, we've just had all the holidays. Things are spicing up a little bit. And yeah.
And I do apologize. We are Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. PST, and we were going to throw Sunday in the mix. And then yesterday, I realized that the Lions and the Minnesota game was on and that it's playoff season. So we won't be doing Sunday nights until after the playoffs.
Did
Sorry
the
about that.
Chiefs win?
The Chiefs got their ass whooped, but
Damn.
with an asterisk. Mahomes, Kelsey, nobody played because it was an irrelevant game.
Okay.
But yeah,
Okay.
it was 38-0 or 28-0 or 38-0, something like that.
Jeez. So then those guys
Yeah.
really make the entire team, and everybody else is just holding their jockstrap.
Oh yeah, it was all all second and third starters. I lost a bunch of
Sheesh.
games yesterday in my our pick alls, but I did win first place. Won $200 this morning. That was another nice little wake up.
It's exciting. Love it. Let's see. I'm going to read this comment there. They rolled, afraid of Burrow. So they said Trump was going to ease off the tariff and market went crazy. Then he said that was fake news and it all went down again. Well,
well, he's going to do like a paired off tariff or something like that. Like, I mean, it's bro. The moment he's already made Trudeau quit. He's already had Mexico say that they were going to help him house migrants to get them shipped back to their original countries. Just by saying that he was going to add tariffs. You know, everybody calls him crazy that, you know, oh, it's going to, all prices are going to skyrocket and this, and that. It's strategic. You know what I mean? It's a threat. It's a card. It's an ace in his sleeve to say, hey, we're going to hit you with 20% tariffs until you do this. And then they're like, oh, you won't do it. And they're like, okay, well, we're going to hit you with 30% tariffs. And they're like, oh, whoa, wait a minute. But all we have to do is this. Yeah, it's, you know, it's strategic. People get so up in arms.
It's the art of the deal.
Yeah.
It's the art of the deal. And look, they're a Patriot winning. All right. So let's get into market update. Let's see what the market is doing.
All right, let's see what we got going on here. Let's get the freshest data up. And we're up 1%, back up to $3.7 trillion. Still low volume, being a Monday, coming in at $154.5 billion in volume. 53.7 on the Bitcoin dominance and 11.8 on Ethereum. Only 6 GUI to send to ETH transaction. There we go. There's a winner right there. Look at that trending right there. We got Bitcoin coming in at 102.036, up 3.4% on the day. Ethereum at 36.99, up 1.1. We got XRP. Oh, surpassing Tether. Has it always been in third? Did XRP was below Tether, right? So
it was.
Okay, so XRP coming in at 241, down 6.6%. We got BNB at 728, up 2.2%. Solana at 217, up 1.3%. Doge at 395, up 2.3%. Cardano at 109, down 0.6%. And then Tron, Avalanche, and SWI is number 14 now. I think they just moved up. I thought they were 15, but SWI is coming in the 14th position now. How long before SWI's in the top 10? What do you think? Needs a little over a 2x.
I think about 4 or 5 months. 4. Let's say 4.
Think so?
Yeah.
Because the rest of the market's going to be pumping with it. So, yeah, I maybe April, March, April.
Yeah. I think somewhere around there.
So it would have to be, let's see, what do we got? Lido staked Ether at 35. So it'd have to be at probably about $12. About $12. And that's with nothing else pumping.
Next month.
After Desert's next purchase.
Exactly.
I did rotate out of, I rotated a little bit out of SuAI, the SuAI.fun. I rotated out of that and put it into SWI instead of keeping it in USDC. Let's look at the biggest gainers. AI16Z up 21.7. WorldCoin up 7.1. Pudgy Penguins up 7.2. XDC, you don't see that very often, up 7%. We got Hyperliquid up 5%. Render up 5. Whitebit up 5. Not a whole bunch of big numbers, but there is a lot of green. Let's look at the biggest losers. Sonic. Sonic is down 12%. But that's going to be an issue because Sonic and Phantom, I believe, are now pretty much the same coin. Sonic, for whatever reason, is coming in less than Phantom. That is kind of weird. But if you click on it, so Phantom is now upgradable to Sonic. For more information, please refer to this page. And if you go to Phantom is now upgraded to Sonic, same thing. So it's going to be one of those things. The numbers are going to be messed up for a while until everything gets swapped over. Didn't the CEO of NVIDIA talk today at some electronics show about AI? Probably. And speaking of NVIDIA, I believe they passed Apple's market cap to become the largest company by market cap now. That just happened today. But it would make sense that he talked about AI. I think NVIDIA chips, you know, it's going to be necessary. We got movement down 4.2%, virtuals down 4.2%, radium down 4%, Brett down 4%, Filecoin down 4%. A lot of red too. Tau down 3.5%. So, and ASI is down 1.8%. Other than that, that's really about it in the market. You want me to go over some charts right now, or do we want to wait till after headlines?
No, go ahead and hit some charts.
All right.
Because I'm doing
so first things first, let's take a look at FET for Daniel. So here on the 1 hour, we have momentum coming down, money flow coming down. VWAP is going up, and the momentum has not clipped yet. It does look like it's sitting right here at an SR level, right here at 156. It's barely above it. If we lose that line, I could see us coming back down here to this one, to the point of control right here at about 149 or 150-ish. RSI is pointed down in the bearish side of the box. And that's on the 1 hour. Let's look at the daily. So looking at the daily, I'm looking at the momentum wave starting to roll over. We got the VWAP coming down. We got money flow coming down. And you still have the momentum going up, but it looks like it's kind of wants to roll. The RSI has turned to the negative. We do have the 21 is starting to turn right here, right at about the 138. We're very far away from the 21. I can see it pulling back a little bit, coming back to the 21, or at least making some kind of flag or something like that as the 21 gets a little bit of chance to roll back to the upside. And this could change if it turns extremely bullish overnight. We could see this whole thing change if money just starts flowing into the market for some reason. But we got two, and this is on the daily. So we had a red candle yesterday, and we're starting out today. We have a red candle today, and we're starting out tomorrow with another red candle. Let's go down to the 4 hour, though. 4 hour is bearish. So with the 4 hour, you got the momentum, you got the red dot, momentum coming down, money flow coming down, VWAP coming down. So the higher time frames are all saying that it's coming to the downside. You have it coming down. It's bouncing off it's going to need to maintain this 200. If the 4 hour loses the 200, it's going down. So if we lose the 200, it's coming down. We have, looks like, let's get some more data on here. So we have a high volume node at about 148 on the 4 hour. Next high volume node is going to be about 139. There is a lot of volume going on right here in all these candles. It's going to be the one from like 151 down to 145 area right there. So it does look like it wants to lose the 200. That's not good. You can see we're resting right on top of it right now. We must have lost it. No, we're still on it right there. Let's go to the lower time frame, see where it's going in the short-term future. It has lost the 200 on the 12-minute, so I do expect it to come down, start maybe bouncing around inside this channel right here. We're getting a red dot on the momentum. RSI is in the oversold territory and turned back down, so we're in the bearish territory for FET right now. The only thing I can say is I would not be opening any longs, sir. Definitely be staying away until we get some sign of reversal, like say till we come down here to the 7. You know, once the 7 can get back above the 200 right here and then start to move to the upside, I would be holding off, because not only you got your MAs are totally flipped here. 200 on top, 50, 21. So it has to break through all of these on the 7-minute. And you can see right here, as soon as we lost it, it dumped. It is kind of rounding at the bottom, but then it kind of looks like it wants to turn over right here because money flow is coming back out. We're going to see it come back down a little bit, I think, on FET. Let's look at... I do not know if you should buy Gari or sell, sir. We do not give buy and sell signals. We just tell you what's going on in the market. Bitcoin on the daily. Bitcoin on the daily is working on getting itself to this first, right here at 105. We had flipped 101.8 right here, or 101.9. We have to stay above that because that is our, you can see we came up yesterday, or we came up today. We hit our head on it. And then right now we're trying to lose it. We need to stay above this 101.980, or we're most definitely going to come back down maybe to the 99.4. We're a little, we got the 50 crossing the 21, which is not good. So that's kind of bearish. We need this to start to roll and come back up. Momentum to the upside, VWAP flat, money flow flat. So the daily is not looking too bad. We are above the median line and the 14 moving average on the RSI, which is good. We could just see it kind of meander a little bit right here. See what we got nothing pushing down though. So that's good. Except for now, when we come to the 4 hour, we got a big red dot on the 4 hour. You can see right here, we're in the oversold or overbought territory right here. Turn back to the downside. We're pretty extended away from the 21 on the 4 hour. We did get a nice bullish cross right here, though. 21 crossing the 200. We see this 50 give us a nice golden cross once it makes it up here and crosses the 200. And we're just kind of hanging out right here. So we may not dump, but I don't see us going up unless something crazy happens overnight. I see us kind of just, you know, just kind of flagging out here maybe. Let this 21 catch up and then start our next leg up on Bitcoin. We could do something like this though. I mean, it could just fall into a channel and we could start coming down like that. Look at the lower time frames. 2 hours rolling over on the momentum. Money flow is slightly curved to the downside. VWAP is below the 0 line. We could see it start to flip and go back up. Let me see what. Bring this down a little bit. So the bands aren't constricting though. So this is positive movement. All these blue bands, and the wider they get, the more positive it is. you can see they start to constrict. Like you can see when they'll start to come down, constrict, and then boom, we're into bearish territory. And they come and they start to constrict again to flip blue, and we're back into the positive territory. So it's not doom and gloom yet, at least not on the 2 hour. They're still nice. They're kind of rounded right here on the top, but they're still nice and spread out. They haven't started to restrict. So look at the 4 hour. 4 hour, same thing. Still nice and spread out. So they haven't started to constrict. And it flipped bullish right here. You know, it started to flip bullish, and you can see price movement. Boom, 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 boom. We hit that 200. I think that's kind of what sent us into overdrive last night, early this morning. So this is a Sunday at what, 1 in the afternoon. Then we had that nice candle yesterday afternoon, and boom, we started to take off. So I don't think we're bearish on Bitcoin, but I do think we're at a pause point, at least for the night. Let's go down. Let's look at Cardano. Cardano was looking good this morning also. It looked like it was getting ready to bust out of this box right here. We had this pattern right here, and it started to break out. And then right about there is when Bitcoin started dumping again, about 1 o'clock on the West Coast. And boom, it just came right back down. Now it's retesting. It's retesting the pattern. It is below the 21. We do got momentum going to the downside, money flow going to the downside. So we could probably see and below the median line on the RSI. We're probably going to see it break through this and head to the downside a little bit. Like I said, this is on the 1 hour, so it's going to happen a little quicker. It does not change the overall pattern if we go out here to the daily. So we have this overall pattern, this falling wedge on the daily. And that brings us to 187. If you look at this, let me get rid of this stuff right here. It kind of, if you can see this, it started to go up, but now it came over to our line right here. This is our measurement, which is the same angle as this movement coming up into this pattern. So we might get a little bump. It might, go through this line a little bit, but I'm still thinking we're going to have we might not hit 187 by the end of January, but by the end of January, it's going to be up there. I mean, at least 132, I would imagine, the local high. That'll be our next big resistance. If you see this action right here, you can kind of see why we got rejected right there. There's a lot of price action going on inside this. You see all this wick through, couldn't make it, wick through touch. Boom, we blew right through it, tried to get above it, tried to get above it, couldn't, came down. And then same here, same thing. We're hitting our head on this, 110. So 110 seems to be a major issue. Once we get over it, we have a little high volume node at about 119, but I see it's going up to at least 132 in the shorter term. SWE, for whatever reason, decided to just double top and dump on us.
And it looks like a curving top. Well, not now, but it did when you had it a longer.
Well, this is the top. So it's like, I hope we're not getting like a Bart Simpson and then a dump back to like 491 or something like that. But we do have some good support right here at about 507.55. You can see this high volume node right here. And this is all price discovery. There is no historical data for this right here. This is all the data we have right here. So you can see right here at 507, 507.55, we did break through it, but that's a nice high volume node area. If we do fall through that, and it looks like we tried to wick through it a couple times on the 1 hour, We're going to come down to 5, which is going to be the valley of this of these nodes right here. And then we lose that probably to 491, which is going to be the next high volume node right here. So we are getting some bullishness on this though. As you can see, momentum is starting to round off on the 1 hour. Money flow is still coming down. The VWAP's going up. It is starting to round though. So I would hate to see that VWAP when it rounds into a turn like that. I would hate to see it come back down on itself. You know, it's like an inward bend. Kind of, if you look at something kind of like this, you know, inward bent, and then it came back up, then it bent. So still bullish on SWE though on the long term. Let's go. Let's see the immediate, anything in the immediate for it. We are below the 200. Damn it. We are below the 200. And you can see we're kind of bouncing around down here. We may turn this into like an Adam and Eve double bottom. If you take this, see, boom, boom, and then start to round out like that. That would be a nice Adam and Eve double bottom if we can do it. Momentum looks like it's getting ready to clip. VWAP to the upside. Money flow turn to the upside. So even though we're below the 200 on the 7-minute, it's looking kind of decent. I would like to see something like this and have it continue back up to the upside like that. But looking kind of decent on the 7-minute for SWE. What's going on here? Disclosure crypto was banned and they're okay. Okay. Why'd you ban them? Was that you? I can't hear you. Nobody can hear you.
I was trying to put him in timeout, and so I was fixing it actively over on YouTube to not have anyone banned.
Why would you put him in timeout though? He just asked a question.
Yeah, I know. It's just he's always the same question every time.
Right, but he's not spamming the chat. You know what I mean? Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever. So that's what we got. That's where we are at in the market right now. If we look over here on the side, almost everything is red. Couple little greens in there. What's that? Beam is up 1.7. But everything is almost red on the start of the new day. So, Blub, meme coin on SWE is not red, but it is a meme coin.
So that's all we got. I mean, I'm excited about SUI. I think SUI's definitely going to. I think it's going to melt faces this cycle. I mean, I think it already has. To be honest, if you were looking at SUI below $1, like we all were,
right.
And if you bought below $2, like I was saying that people should forever, and then I never did. So,
yeah, we've been talking about SWE for a long time. I put out that video on it 4 months ago, something like that.
All right, so we were talking about Paul Grenwall. I'm going to go into this. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Did you just call him Paul Grenwall again?
Yeah. I don't know where the N comes from. Grenwall. But he posted another post about what's going on with the FDIC and basically how they misused or abused some of the waivers that for the information that they released. And so he has a really good breakdown of what happened. And we were talking about that they had requested such information. They failed to share certain information. And then I thought this was kind of cool. We got Da Vinci. Everybody knows Da Vinci. He talked about Bitcoin under $1, and he's doing pretty good. But anyways, he's asked for Charles to come on his show and talk about Cardano. And I think that that's cool. But this was the Paul Grewal, who I just sent a LinkedIn request. Let's be friends. So as terrible as Operation Choke Point 2.0 itself was, FDIC's government's abuse of Freedom of Information Act Exemption 8 to cover it up has arguably been even worse. If we want government accountability, we need government transparency. As explained below, FDIC's redactions of its response to our Freedom of Information Act requests pursuant to Exemption 8 reflect blatant misrepresentations. And then, let's see if I can get this to come up. Okay, so Exemption 8 of the Freedom of Information Act protects matters that are contained in or related to examination, operating, or condition reports prepared by, on behalf of, or for the use of any agency responsible for the regulation or supervision of financial institutions. He goes on to say, the too long don't read is that the FDIC lied. He doesn't say this lightly, but the redactions clearly weren't about protecting confidential supervisory information. They were about covering up evidence that they tried to kill Bitcoin transactions and the development of blockchain tech, and try to harm on, where did I lose what I was reading? Oh, the development of blockchain tech and even bank accounts for stablecoin providers, he goes on to say there. And then first, when the court saw what was behind the redactions before we did, it said it was concerned with what appears to be FDIC's lack of good faith effort in making nuanced redactions, and admonished that the FDIC cannot simply blanket redact everything that is not an article or preposition. So then they go on and they show everywhere where they redacted information that wasn't covered by Exemption 8. They basically tried to use a loophole to not provide the court with evidence against them. And they also hid some of the like the cease and desist order, basically, like the pause orders. They were not quite cease and desist orders, but that the FDIC had sent to certain banks and different crypto custodians, trying to get them to stop operating without providing a clear reason as to why. And so I thought that was pretty big, that they are using the court system in order to hide the evidence against them, which, of course, is illegal. But when they do it, it's just strategy. When other people do it, they go to jail. So, and I thought that this article right here was maybe related, but it said Federal Reserve Bank regulator Michael Barr to step down. Fed's Barr once said that the Federal Reserve would likely view it as unsafe sound for banks to directly own crypto assets on their balance sheets. I'm sure that he is probably implicated in a lot of these things going on. The United States Federal Reserve, Michael Barr, is set to resign as vice chair for supervision. Marking the latest exit by U.S. official apparently linked to Operation Choke Point 2.0. This is good. This means we are culling out the people that are basically trying to oppress and suppress the growth of this market for ulterior motives. Purported concerted federal effort to debank crypto companies. Barr's resignation will take effect on February 28th or earlier if a successor is appointed, he said in January 6th letter addressed to President Joe Biden. So January 6th, that was literally today. Barr will, however, continue to serve as a member of the Federal Reserve Board of Governors. because that's kind of how it works here. A lot of these high-level positions, they lose the title, but they still get to help make decisions in the background afterwards. So it's almost like they get fired, and instead of being a boss, they become an administrator, right? It's crazy. Same thing happens with police. They literally just get moved somewhere else, sometimes at a higher position. Some crypto industry executives have viewed BAR as a key reason why many U.S. banks have been hesitant to offer services to crypto firms, especially after March 9th, 2023 speech where he seemingly confirmed the central bank's outlook. We would like to view it as unsafe and unsound for banks to directly own crypto assets on their balance sheets. His resignation appears to have excited some members of the crypto community. Michael Barr has completely failed to fulfill his duties as vice chair for supervision at every turn, enabling Operation 2.0 and illegally increasing his powers at the cost of Wyoming's digital asset industry. Senator Cynthia Lummis, and we like Cynthia Lummis. She's great in a January 6th post on X. X is where all the real stuff happens. So look at that. Look at how professional this billboard looks that she posted. Oh, just kidding. Caitlin Long. But still, we love that. We like X. X is a good place for information. Wanted, Operation Choke Point. We got Sherrod Brown. Not even going to try to say that. And then Michael Gibson. We got all these people here. Michael Barr, Gary Gensler. So Nellie Lake, we need her out, and we need Elizabeth Warren out, and we need this Michael Gibson guy out, and then we're in the clear. If found, immediately contact Nick Carter. All right, well, there we go. What do you think about that?
So I heard John Deaton is going to step up and start investigating Operation Choke Point also. So
we like that. That's bullish.
We like John Deaton. He's a bulldog for a lawyer, so it's going to be nice.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to be on the other end of his freaking table.
Right. And anytime we can get these people out, it's awesome. Trump even said today, I think the speech was from today, he was talking about, and he goes, and we're going to make, the United States the hub for crypto and Bitcoin, and I'm going to protect you from Elizabeth Warren and all that. So he's still on the bandwagon, and he's already got elected. So he has to be bullish on crypto. Maybe we didn't give him enough credit on how much he knows and what he thinks about it. I mean, maybe it really is true, his stance on crypto. Still not entirely convinced, but, maybe it is. And anything that's bullish coming out of the administration towards crypto is good in my book. That's all I got to say.
I like it. I thought this was a pretty interesting article. We've been talking about investing in AI. We've been talking about how AI is basically everywhere now. But the next generation will never know a world without AI. Unlike previous generations, Gen Beta will grow up in a world where generative AI is ubiquitous and edging closer to singularity, where I think this is inevitable. I think AI is going to be just like computers have become, just like cell phones have become. Everybody's going to be using AI every day for everything, all of the time, and everything will be managed and organized and presented by AI. When Generation Beta asks their first question, AI will likely answer before their parents do. That's true. Thanks to a proliferation of AI tools since the launch of ChatGPT, children born in 2025 and thereafter will live in a world where artificial intelligence shapes their knowledge, decisions, and relationships. Coined by Australian futurist Mark McCrindle, Generation Beta refers to children born between 2025 and 2039. In a recent report, McCrindle said that I almost want to say McRib, but or McGriddle.
Hey, the McRib's out right now. It's back.
Oh, that's crazy. I have a couple of friends that that was their favorite thing ever. So maybe I'll find out when I go back to the States in February. But digital and physical worlds will be seamless for Generation Beta. While Generation Alpha has experienced the rise of smart technology, artificial intelligence, Generation Beta will live in an era where AI and automation are fully embedded in everyday life, from education and workplaces to healthcare and entertainment, he says. Unlike previous generations who once did not have access to generative AI, Gen Beta enters a world where AI is not only everywhere, but may soon approach the singularity. I think we're a good ways away from the singularity, but it is exciting to think about, and I don't know what word I would.
I don't think it's
pontificate
exciting. I think it's freaking terrifying. Terrifying that Generation Beta is going to be our introduction into idiocracy.
I mean, yes, that's probably pretty accurate, but something that my interviewee today talked about is that blockchain might be able to protect us from that, right? By being able to give us privacy and control over our own data and to set limitations and permissions for these AI. And so he said AI needs blockchain. Blockchain doesn't need AI.
Is AI doesn't need blockchain.
He said blockchain. He said AI needs blockchain, like for it to work well and to be able to, because you kind of need it to be able, like you have to create an economy of incentives, in a sense, for it to work at large scale and be able to manage things with real world like influence. And so, like even tokens that don't have value and the way that blockchain transfers things is like important to have a medium of exchange between technological, agents, I guess. But also for setting perimeters as far as what they can and can't do using blockchain is.
Yeah. I mean, I understand that, but the thing is, you can put the kids' YouTube on kids only mode, but that doesn't mean they're not being brainwashed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you can put locks on phones. Kids are smart. They're smarter than you when it comes to technology. They can get past it. That's my kind of thing. I just worried about the biasness of people like Sam Altman. I'm less worried about Elon, but I would still be worried about Grok. I do understand like the blockchain. I feel less nervous with something like ASI, where it's like multi-compartmented. It's on the blockchain. It's uncorruptible. It's, you know what I mean? That type of stuff where it can be, I don't know. It's nervous, bro.
Well, like one of the things is like when you think about like data and information, you can authenticate information that is on and then put it on the blockchain so that an AI can only use information that is true, right? And then so there's not all the littering of other is
truth
subjective. Yes, I
is subjective and about perception, and it's definitely biased. My truth is biased towards my outlook on life. Your truth is biased towards your outlook on life. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I'm saying that you can set those limitations and different things using blockchain for AI. And I think that is exciting.
I think we need to go back to cassette tapes.
God, you want to use beepers.
Beepers.
I can't remember who it was. Somebody, I think it was Matt. He was saying that he likes washing the dishes instead of like with his hands instead of putting it in the washing machine, like the dishwasher.
Right.
And I said to somebody, I was like, yeah, my dad's that old fashioned kind of guy. Like when he goes to wash his clothes, he goes down to the river with a rock and a little bit of soap. And, and he was like,
I'm not
yeah,
even
I'm not
close to
quite
that
that.
old fashioned.
You
I
know,
like
no, I'm not
technology.
that way, but yeah, dude. Yeah, man. When my
I
dad, and
like
I say this all the
technology. It's
time, when he
just
got
AI
the
makes me nervous
Motorola,
about the future. I do mean 8
yeah,
tracks also,
100%.
sir.
Look, he said,
I grew up from
sheesh.
my first stereo had an 8-track player in it. Yep. I ran the whole gambit.
So this one's a quick one. Do Kwon, you know, he was one of the cockiest founders in the world hours before his entire blockchain went to zero. And I think it was billions of dollars. I do the dishes, by the head, and
Steady
I'm terrified.
lads, deploying more capital.
Yeah, absolutely. Crazy. But the Terraform Labs co-founder is in U.S. custody after pleading not guilty to 9 felony charges related to fraud at the platform. I think this means like at the platform level. But basically, the big takeaway here is number of Do Kwon's victims could exceed 1 million. And imagine that class action lawsuit. And they're probably charging him with the whole market cap of the blockchain. Right?
Maybe. I mean, I
At the
don't know.
time.
I remember when it happened, but like, did he it's not like he defrauded people. His system collapsed. The whole algorithmic
Yeah.
stablecoin just collapsed. So I don't know.
Yeah. U.S. judge found Do Kwon, Terraform liable for fraud as part of a civil case by the the SEC. Both agreed to pay roughly 4.5 billion in disgorgement. And imagine that, bro. Him as an individual and Terraform Labs liable
Yeah.
for 4.5 billion.
Well,
Both
Binance paid
agreed to
4
pay.
billion.
Yes, but Binance has more money than God, dude. 4 billion to Binance was probably like 2-3 months, maybe a quarter's worth of fees, if that.
Right.
It could have been less, you know. But I mean, yeah, as an individual, and then now they're charging him with other stuff, and they're bringing him to the U.S. to do so. So that's not good. He's probably going to be eating pickles with Sam very soon.
Right. And it's funny. They hit FTX, they hit Do Kwon, but Mashinsky, he's still running around, ain't he? From Celsius.
Yes, he
Alex
is. He's still
Mashinsky.
around, and there's still rumors that it's going to start back up.
You're right.
Or that they're going to
So that's crazy.
and re-jump. Anything new on the Phantom Wallet thing? Still haven't been able to add to contacts. No, I'm going to ask somebody. I have a couple people that I've seen doing it, and I just haven't asked them how they've done it.
So if you go,
I'll make sure.
You open up your Phantom Wallet. I'm not going to show you guys my wallet, but I will walk you through it real quick. If you go to Phantom Wallet, in the top right corner, you hit the little magnifying glass, and then this pops up, and then you just type in at Third, well, if I can spell it, Third Patriot. Once again, if I can spell, and it pops up. I don't know. Can you see it? Sometimes it takes a minute for it to pop up, and I'm already following you. But then you would just click on it, and it'll say, do you want to send them money? Do you want to follow them? Unfollow them? Since I'm following you, it's asking me if I want to unfollow. And that's all you got to do. So like if you go into that search bar and just type in @real desert crypto, sometimes it takes forever. Exactly, Fozzie. Sometimes it's just slow to load. It'll load like coins and it just, I don't know. It's the blockchain. It takes a while. The UI of Phantom. And that's all you got to do. As far as the airdrop, didn't you say that that's not happening, John?
They're saying that there's not exactly they're saying that there's not an airdrop, right? And that there's going to be an airdrop of something later, but that interacting with the wallet is the way that you're going to be in there, like that you'll get considered. And so they're saying the airdrop is not imminent, but there's going to be a snapshot at some point of people that are interacting with the wallets. And so people are still doing it.
Right.
That is not happening. But there's not going to be like an airdrop this month or next month. This is like, who knows? This might be a bull market. Well, this might be a 4, 5, 6 months from now thing.
Right.
And then this was really the last one that I had. But Solana's 24-hour DEX volume beats Ethereum and Base combined. The Layer 1 network clocked nearly 3.8 billion in trading volume in the past 24 hours, according to DeFi Llama. And what I have to say about this is we know that Sui is past 2 billion. I think it's
the TVL just passed 2
any
billion.
time now. Yeah, I think any day now we'll see Sui surpass Solana. I wouldn't say any day now, but I think in the next four months.
What, in market cap?
I think we'll see it.
No, I don't.
The DEX volume.
Oh, volume. Oh, okay, that's possible.
You don't think that?
Yeah. Not market cap. I don't think it's going to catch Solana.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Solana's massive. But no, I'm saying that I think the DEX, I think we can see 2 billion go to 4 billion, and there be a point in the market when Sui outpaces Solana's 24-hour DEX volume.
Well, I do believe volume by chain. I do believe that Solana and Sui are the two top non-EVM chains. Let's see here. It's not giving me. Where we go? CoinGlass, maybe.
I'm going to put your screen up. Can I?
Well, I'm still searching for it. Why is that?
And then let's see. And then this biased article. This biased article from Bitcoin Magazine talks about Canada's Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has announced he's officially resigning. And they have his tweet here, his resignation. He said, one of the things he said in his statement is, if I'm having to fight internal battles, I cannot be the best option. Well, so there you go. Right. We are not the biggest fans of Trudeau. He's anti-crypto. He has also been, I don't know, against free speech and some other things in Canada, and we don't like that. So bye-bye, Trudeau.
I'll tell you what. Okay. We were talking with a family friend who lives in Canada. First of all, they just got like 2 feet of snow, and he's not happy because he used to be a snowbird. He came here every winter. But he's happy AF that Trudeau's gone. He says, I don't know if anybody else is good at this point in time, but he's glad that he's gone. I couldn't find what I was looking for. But Solana's volume is 4 billion and SWI is 1.3. So we're looking at a 3x to meet Solana's volume, which is possible. I mean, look at this crazy though. So we're talking about a 7x, almost a 8x. No, 7. So 7, 1, 3. So a 7x in market cap, but it's only a 3x for volume.
Yeah, so that's crazy.
Yeah. And if we can go up. I mean, it's got more volume than freaking Avalanche. It's got more volume than Tron. Cardano's got a lot of volume lately. Look at that. But it does have more volume than Cardano. So yeah. And then one thing I did want to show before we go, I was going to do this during so last week we gave you guys Sue AI, which is the suai.fun. It is the AI agent launchpad for SWI. And I mean, we gave it to you back here. It was ridiculously low. I think we got in at 0.008 or something like that. Ran all the way up. It has retraced. This is the 4 hour. It's retraced down to the 786 right here. The Stokes are still way oversold. They haven't changed. The RSI is coming down. We've been taking profits all the way up. I've said this several times in Discord, make sure you're taking profits on anything. But we have rolled some of those profits into Agent S, which is the largest AI agent on SWI. So, and this is what we're looking at right now. Right now, it's at its all-time high about. It's got a 34% pump. I don't, suggest anybody buy into it at this major pump. It's only a $16 million market cap. This can go to zero in less than a minute, just so you guys know. AI agents are hot right now, but it's going to be extremely volatile. It can go to zero in a minute. I am looking at the fib extension, bringing us to about 2.6 cents. It's sitting at 1.6 right now. This is the 1 hour. Let's go to the 4 hour. 4 hour Stokes are pointed up. RSI is pointed up. Still looks like it has a little bit of room to go. Nice, massive engulfing candle from this little red candle right here. And it is basically challenging all-time high right now. And if we get into all-time high territory, then we'll be in price discovery, and who knows what's going to go on from that. So just a couple little plays that we're looking at on SWI. It's up 34% today. Like I said, real low cap, DYOR, all that good stuff. You can lose your money in less than a second. So other than that,
what's up, Hybrid family? But yeah, I love it. I'm excited. I put a little bit of my Cetus, which ironically went up and then went back down to just a little bit over what I got it at. So it was pretty much in the same place.
You sold some of your Cetus at a loss to put it in that coin?
No, it was at a gain, but it was a slight gain. It stayed almost in the same place.
Okay.
It was the same. But so I moved some over there. So we'll see. Hopefully it does something.
It should go. I mean, it's up 20-30% since we bought it earlier.
Woo! We love that. Starting the new year off right. Absolutely right, Hybrid family. But that's what we got. We'll see you guys tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Pacific time. And, we'll be doing it again. Yeah, I don't know. Do you have any Final thoughts? Final words?
No, I thought you were ending the stream. Do us a favor, everybody, hit that like button, subscribe, share this with a friend, do all that good stuff, hit that notification bell, tag some DGens. We go live Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. PST, bringing you the daily updates in crypto. And there we have it.
All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.